You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
My name is Jasmine Woodson.
Hi, my name is Silla.
I'm Karen Watson.
I'm Yolanda Johnson from Georgia.
This is VP Diamond from New York City.
I'm Dana Galen, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
I live in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Out here in Maricopa County.
Kalamazoo County, Michigan.
I am a proud African immigrant living in Florida.
I'm from the great state of New Jersey.
I'm Angelina from Philly, and this November, I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not voting for Kamala Harris.
I'm not voting for Kamala Harris.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I am not with her.
I'm not with her.
I am not with Kamala Harris.
I'm not with Kamala.
I am not for Kamala. I am for Donald Trump.
I am not with Kamala.
I am not with her because she is not with me.
Nah for she, nah for she. Me nah for she. Me nah for she. Me nah for she. I am not with that woman. I am not with Red Dot Kamala Harris. No, man. Me nah with she. No, mom. Me never there with she. No Kamala for me. I am not good Kamala Harris. I am a African American Nigerian, and I am not with her. We are not on Kamala Harris's team. We are not with Kamala, whatever. We're not with her. I am a mixed black and white person who identify as a white person, and I am not with her. I'm not with her. I am not with her. I am not with Kamala. I am not with Kamala. I am not with Kumala. I am not with Kamala. I am not with her. Period. My name is Amania Salas, proud Haitian American from the great state of Florida, and I am not with Kamala Harris. Hello, friends, and welcome to The Conservative Poet. My name is Amania, and here on the channel, I do political reactions, commentary, skits every now and then. I throw some humor, some parody in there to drive home the crazy that we're seeing in the society. So if that is something that is interesting to you, then you've come to the right place. I ask that you connect with the video, maybe like, share, subscribe if you'd like. That would help out the channel as well, and I would appreciate that. And without further ado, we're going to get into this video right now. So friends, do you believe that finally Black women are waking up? That ad, when I first laid eyes on it, it gave me chills to think that Black women are finally seeing the light. And so I wanted to make this video because there is a lot more of us out here than you would think. They make it seem that, all Black women are on board with the Democrat and the Democrat agenda, and it's just not so. I know Black people vote for Democrats at a 90% clip, that's like a lot. But there is some of us out here, that 10%, and I'm hoping that this percentage will grow even more. Dare I actually say it, maybe to 30%? Could Blacks really wake up to that kind of percentage? Could President Trump see such an increase in Black voters in this 2024 cycle? Well, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look at this ad that is targeting more Black women to open up their eyes so they can start to see, hey, you know what? We have been living and voting for Democrats for so long. What exactly have we gotten out of it outside of, bad communities, terrible schools for our children, food stamps that really doesn't, no, obesity from those, food stamps because you're not buying fresh foods. all of these things that the Democrat policies has done to destroy Black women. So that's what we're talking about today. You ready? Let's go. Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party want Black women to vote against their own benefits. They want you to vote for things that really does not benefit you, your household, your family, your children, your community, and they present it to you as if, it's a benefit when it's not. So one of the main things that they are running on, that they can only run on, is this notion of reproductive rights. And we know that reproductive rights is, and let me just say this here. I really hate the term reproductive rights, because that would mean you have a right to reproduce. So reproductive rights is saying you have the right to have babies. That's what it says to me. That's how I understand it. I have reproductive rights. I have a right to have babies. I have a right to reproduce. But that is not what it means in their eye. In their eye, it means you have the right to decide to terminate and not produce. So it shouldn't be called reproductive rights. It should be called terminating rights. It should be called death rights. It should be called killer rights. It should be called genocide rights. I'm just saying. It shouldn't be called reproductive rights, because reproducing means reproductive. And if you're not reproducing, then you're not reproductive. I mean, somebody help me out. Am I wrong? Somebody help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Another thing that they have is that they have opened up this border wide open. And so this affects Black women at a very, very high rate, because when this border is open, that means people are coming into your communities, and we're talking about the Black community, Black and brown community. Well, now they've added the brown, so now it's Black and brown. So they've come into your community, and what you have is a whole lot of women. There are a whole lot of them are just coming in here pregnant already. So once their babies are born, they're going to take away resources from you and your baby. Am I wrong here? No, you're right. They're going to take resources away from you and your baby, right? Yes, they are. So instead of you getting what you need from the government, your Pampers, your food stamps, your formula, your WIC check, your WIC card, everything else, that's going to go to these here pregnant mamas coming into the country, right? So they're going to take up resources away from you. And so that affects you. That affects your bottom line, because some of you may need that. You may need the health care. You may need the daycare system. But a whole bunch of the illegal babies are going to be the ones taking up space where your baby would go. So Black women should really think about that, because when you're voting for Democrats, that's essentially what you're voting for. You're voting for open borders, and that's going to come and take away from you the resources you need for you and your baby. And then it also takes away from the men, right? Because these people are coming in, and when you look at it, all of the jobs, and I know people have an issue with President Trump saying Black jobs. Well, there is such a thing as Black jobs. When you look at your community, the jobs that you see the illegals are working, those jobs used to be Black jobs, because the Black man used to have those jobs. He don't have them no more. And one of those roofing jobs, that's all going to the Spanish, to the illegals. That's where they're going. Construction jobs, community working jobs, like putting in the polls, putting in, working on the streets. When you drive your community and you see those men, like the utility people working, those guys, check them out to see if you see any black people there. Guarantee you don't. Those were black jobs. The black man no longer have those jobs. And so this open border policy really, really does take away from you, the black woman. It takes away from your black man. It takes away from your black baby. And it takes away from you, the black queen. Democrats taking away from you, the black queen. We're going to take a look at a couple of news clippings. But before we jump into that, we're going to jump into the Orlando patriotic candles. Friend, temperatures are up in this political climate. If you are stressed out with the idea or thought that cackling Kamala could become president, then I understand your stress because, friend, I have it too. So, and for my stress, I burn candles, patriotic candles that can help you as well with the easing of this stress. And also, friend, pick one up at theorlandopatriot.com. Get 30% off. Pick one for friends and family as well, because under this, we all are stressed out. So, 30% off theorlandopatriot.com. Thank you. Friend, temperatures are up in this political climate. If you are stressed out,
Campaign released a new video this week aimed at winning over black women voters and challenging support for Vice President Harris.
I am not with Kamala.
I am not with her because she is not with me.
I support President Trump and the economic policies our country experienced under his leadership as our 45th president.
I'm Not With Her features black women from across the country, including battleground states who are casting their vote for former President Trump, want to persuade Harris supporters to do the same. Let's welcome in Janiyah Thomas, the Black Media Director for the Trump campaign. Janiyah, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning to you as well.
The video here, a clear moment for the Trump campaign to go after a critical voting bloc in November, one that's historically leaned Democrat. Exit polls showed President Biden got roughly 90% of the black vote in 2020. Is the former president's message resonating with black voters?
Yes, for sure. I think his message is resonating with black voters all across the country because for most black voters, they care about the same things that everybody else cares about: the economy, immigration, and crime. And especially, we've seen in inner cities, we've seen a lot of illegal immigrants getting, housing stipends, getting more resources, schooling, education, things like that. And they're prioritizing illegal immigrants over the black people that have been in these neighborhoods for decades, So I think that overall our message is resonating because the voters know that President Trump is the strongest candidate on all of these issues.
Back in 2015, President Trump said to the black community, "What the hell do you have to lose if you vote for Trump?" Well, a lot of blacks didn't vote for Trump, but people were able to see under his presidency what he was able to do or he was wanting to do for blacks. And one thing comes to mind in particular, aside from the economy itself being booming and black people benefiting from that, all Americans benefited from that, that essentially was something that helped black people. But in particular, President Trump had the Platinum Plan that he was presenting to the black community. Unfortunately, that didn't go very far, but this was something that he was presenting. But the Democrats have never really presented anything to blacks, right? They get this 90% voting clip every election and never really do anything. And all they've actually done is destroy the black family, destroy the black communities. And now they have opened up the borders where all of these people have come in. And where are they living? In your community, in the black community. And so moving forward, even though the numbers are going to increase a little, I would like to see it completely reversed to say, maybe at a 90% clip that blacks would vote for Trump. I doubt it. I know that's like reaching for the moon right here. I know that. But man, it would be great to have, some better numbers, not just 30%, but over that. Because when you look at it, when blacks look at it, when black women in particular look at it, you have to say, boo-boo, what you getting out of it, boo? What you getting out? You ain't getting nothing out of it. You're losing. And black women are savvy, right? You guys know the truth and you guys know it, but yet you vote against for your own demise. You vote for your own demise. And it's sad.
The Harris campaign has responded to the Trump team going after the black vote, specifically black women voters, saying in part recently that there was, quote, electric mobilization efforts, tens of thousands of black women who came together. They said less than 24 hours after Vice President Harris launched her candidacy. How does the Trump campaign respond to that?
I mean, overall, yes, of course, black women have been the backbone of the Democrat Party, but we want black women voters and black male voters to feel welcome in our party as well. I don't want people to feel like they have to be guilt-tripped or emotionally manipulated into voting for her because of the identity politics games. So I want people to think about the issues like the economy, like immigration, like crime, and think of who the person is that they think is the strongest person on these issues, and that is President Trump.
This video that we showed off the top here getting a lot of attention this morning. What else, though, does the former president have to do to get that black vote, specifically targeting, as we saw in that video, black women voters?
I think ideally what he needs to continue to do is show up in these communities, which he has been doing, and continuing to get our message out to black communities, whether that's traditional media, non-traditional media, or black-owned media. We need to continue to keep pushing our message to different audiences.
I absolutely agree that President Trump needs to continue his campaigning in these blue states. And look at what happened in the Bronx. He had a massive turnout. I mean, it pushed the liberals to the max where they turned out to do their own rally, and that was not so good. So I think him showing up in these places, I would love to see him in Chicago to do a rally there. I'm hoping that that's something that can happen. I know there's patriots on the ground out there. I'm hoping P-Ray that she will be able to put one together. I think that'll be something great for President Trump. And all of these black communities, when you look at it, him going there, showing up and saying, hey, once again, what the hell do you have to lose, Black America? Because at this rate, all you have to lose is your country. You're going to lose your country. You're going to lose your country. We're going to take a quick trip back to the past where we're going to see a couple of women talking about what it means to be a black voice for President Donald J. Trump.
I love those pink signs. Women for Trump. I love the signs behind me. Blacks for Trump. I like those signs. Blacks for Trump. You watch. You watch. Those signs are great. Thank you.
As President Trump prepares to come to Michigan in less than a couple of hours, a most unlikely group of people plan to be there to support him. 3 local black women who are members of the group Black Voices for Trump say President Trump has created a more inclusive economy for black Americans. And they tell me why, even during these divisive times, they still stand by the president.
I've read both, and the left has left us as black folks.
And I read the Republican platform, and I read the Democratic platform. Being a Republican, I see things getting done. I see the promises being kept.
These three Michigan women are part of a small, but they say growing collection of Black Americans who passionately support the Republican Party.
I've been a Republican since the 80s. When I went to college at University of Michigan in Ann Arbor and graduated there, that's when I became a Republican. I've been doing this a long time. I attended Howard University and voted for Reagan. And I've always, for me, it was just, I became born again when I was at Howard.
I've been a lifelong Republican as well. I think that there's a perception that Black Republicans somehow have forgot their roots or have sold out. And I have been accused of that. And that is unfortunate. But my voice is going to be heard with this president. And this president has a listening ear.
They want 4 more years of President Trump and believe empowering the Black community is and always has been a top priority for the president. They're able to separate what some don't like about his personality and stick to what they say are the facts.
If you go by personality, we won't like most of anybody. That doesn't have anything to do with why I have you as my president. Your comments, your fun, whatever you're doing, I'm looking at the policies. I'm looking at what you're getting implemented. I'm looking at what you say you're going to do next. I'm looking at the process in which you're going to take, how that's going to affect my community, how that's going to affect women in general. I make decisions based on the platform, based on the policies.
They believe President Trump has championed a number of policies that have helped revitalize the Black community, including criminal justice reform, school choice legislation, and a better economy for Blacks.
Donald Trump has done a yeoman's job with uplifting our community with respect to educational choice. Betsy DeVos, whom I do love, and I know you can say whatever you want to about her, but my children graduated with scholarship because of school of choice.
If you know Trump's history, you know he has given to Blacks. He fought with Mar-a-Lago to make sure, when he lived in Florida, that Jews and Blacks would be allowed to go out there. If you look at his honest history, he does not have a history of racism. We don't have a lot of more times and choices to keep playing the game of, I gotta like you. I need for you to do what you say you're gonna do so I can live.
We have become more politically intelligent as a result of this bravado of this man, Donald Trump. He has educated us on America first.
That's what I want 4 more years of. Give us opportunity zones, give us economic opportunities and training, and allow us to rise and fall on our own.
Seen that, heard that, good. Give us the opportunity to rise and fall on our own. That's what we do, right? Let me be able to be responsible. Let me be able to pick myself up and provide for my family, for my community. Let me do it. Give me the tools. And let me do it on my own. Right? But no, that is not what the Kamala Harris administration would do. They said, oh no, you don't know enough. You don't have enough experience. You don't know anything. Therefore, we're going to do it for you. We're going to make the decisions for you. And it makes me think about the news media, like MSNBC does this a lot. CNN does it a lot, where they pick and choose what news they want to show. And they'll say, oh, yeah, it's full of X, Y, and Z. It's full of, misinformation. So we're not going to even let you hear it. We're going to make the decisions for you because you're too dumb and too stupid to understand it for yourself. We're just going to shield you from it. How disrespectful, right? Is that? But that's the same thing with Kamala Harris and her campaign. It's the same thing. So I am hoping that Black women will wake up and that the Black Women's for Trump tribe is gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I just envision something. The Black Women's for Trump tribe. Is that a thing? Black Women for Trump's tribe. Black Women for Trump tribe. I'm gonna have to coin that. I'm gonna have to do something with that. I love that. Black Women for Trump tribe. So friends, thank you for taking the time and watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments Which of the skits did you like? Did you like the Jamaican man? Me now with she, me never there with she. Did you like the prim and proper? We are not with her because we are not with her. Or did you like the African? Me never there with she, me not for her. I forget everybody else. Oh, we had the black and white. I'm not with Kamala. Any event, which ones of the skits did you like? Because I'm losing thought on all of them. I did about 4 or 5 different ones. So let's chat about it in the comments. Thank you again for coming by. God bless you and keep you, and I will see you in another video. I am not with Kamala Harris. I am not with Kamala Harris. I am not with Kamala Harris. I am not with Kamala Harris.